Tell me like a Hellcat.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a really cool original trick I came up with not too long ago. It's kind of similar to a trick I've done in the past, and we'll talk about that later. But let's just go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get straight into this. So I would go ahead and take the cards and give them a quick shuffle just like this. Okay, now the cards are completely shuffled. I can go ahead and do it again, it doesn't really matter. Cards are completely shuffled. So now what the spectator do is just select a card. It doesn't really matter which one they choose. Let's just say they go with this one in this case. And it's also okay if I see it. We have the King of Diamonds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the King of Diamonds and we're just going to place it facing the opposite direction of the rest of the cards. So we have the cards face up here, and now your card is face down in the middle of them, just like this. Push it in. Very clearly your card is in the middle. So over here you probably notice these four cards. Well, these four cards are actually the four aces, and what we're going to try and do with the four aces, we're actually going to use them for the remainder of the trick, or not really the remainder, we're going to use them for a good amount of the trick. So ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, ace of hearts. Okay, what we're going to try and do is one at a time try and get the aces to flip over just like that, but the thing is you're not going to see them flip over. Check it out, all I have to do is shake, and in that motion I was already able to get one of the aces. In fact, I believe it was the ace of spades I got to flip over just like that. Okay, now this time we're going to try and do it with the ace of diamonds. So if I just run the cards through my hand just like that one or two times, we should be able to get the ace of diamonds to now flip over just like that. Okay, now this time we're just going to give it a little spin just like that, and we should be able to get one of the other aces. I do believe it is the ace of clubs to flip over just like that. And last but not least, we have the ace of hearts, which again, that's just a snap of my fingers, and the ace of hearts should now flip over. And just with a little shake just like this, now all four aces go back to normal just like that. So we've gotten to flip over all four of the aces. So look, again, in my hands I have 1, 2, 3, 4 aces in my hands. Now check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the four aces and give them a little shake just like that, and in that motion all four aces have turned into one single card, your King of Spades. And now you're probably wondering, well, what happened to the four aces? Well, check this out. If you remember, your King of Spades was flipped over in the middle of the deck facing the opposite direction, but now if we spread out the cards just like this, we have now four aces facing the opposite direction. That was the trick, guys, and now how to do it. Okay guys, so let's go and get straight into this. So what you're going to need, if you haven't noticed, this trick is very similar to a trick I did not too long ago, but that wasn't a trick I did come up with. So this is kind of just using that same idea, like everything's about the same on it, except the cards appearing, instead of the four aces turning into your card and the four aces appearing in your pocket, the card, it was in the middle of the deck facing opposite direction, and the four aces appear opposite direction. And so this one is not impromptu, this one does not exactly end clean all the way, whereas the other one did. So I think I like my original version better, but this is something super fun. You can also try and adapt into it if you guys like this version better. So let's go ahead and get right into how to do it. So first thing you're going to go ahead and do is pull up the four aces. And you're also going to need a little bit of a secret weapon, and that is a double back card. Now, I have a lot of decks, not a whole lot, but more than the average person, and I have quite a few decks that come with a double backer. But for you guys who don't really have a deck that has double backer, you can easily take just a regular deck of cards and stick two cards together using double stick tape, and it will have accomplished the same goal. But this deck here came with a double backer, so I'm taking advantage of that. So you're going to go ahead and take your double backer, whether it's homemade or came with your deck, and it's going to go on top of your deck. And you're going to go ahead, you don't want the spectator to shuffle the cards, so you just shuffle it, making sure you maintain that top card, because your double backer needs to stay on top, okay? So go ahead, just shuffle up the cards, making sure you keep that double backer on top. Now you're going to have them select a card. So obviously they can't select the top card, but they probably won't. So let's just say they go with the middle one. They probably won't touch the top card, but if you want to hope that they don't, make sure they don't, just go ahead and say pick a card from the middle, so they know to pick a card from the middle, okay? And it's okay if you look at, you can go ahead and say, okay, so you've chosen the Jack of Diamonds. What you're going to do is, while you're showing this off, you're just going to tilt your wrist down and do a push-off pinky break on that double back card. So just use your thumb to push off, and when you pull back, hold a break with your pinky. Now you're going to lay this on top and then flip over the double. So now you just flipped over your double back card, and now their card is still on top. So they think their card's on top, when in reality it's this double back card. So you can say, okay, so we're going to go ahead and take your card, and we're going to place it facing the opposite direction in the middle of the deck. So you're going to riffle down about halfway through, insert that card. Now you can spread through, showing it's in the middle. Just don't spread all the way down, because you don't want to show this card, but only spread about that much. And it looks like their card is in the middle of the deck. You're going to square up, push in. Now obviously from this, it looks like there's a card in the middle, but if you were to spread out this way, it looks completely normal. And that's kind of what you want later on in the trick. We'll get into that a little later. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do a push-off pinky break again as you come to grab these 4 cards. Kind of as your arm is covering, you have time to do a push-off pinky break. So while you have this misdirection of grabbing the cards, you can do your push-off pinky break. So over here we have the 4 aces. You're going to lay the 4 aces on top. It does not matter the order of what these aces are in. You're going to pick up everything at the break. So you just pick up the 4 aces and their card here at the bottom. And you're going to lay this deck down face up. Okay, so make sure it'll be pretty easy to do that because it's face down. You flip your hand over, lay it down, face up. It has to be face up for later on in the trick. So now you have the 4 aces here and their card at the bottom. So now you're going to go ahead and get into the twisting the aces part of the trick. So what you're going to do is you're going to spread off the 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and now you have this double, and you're going to hold it in middle grip. Okay, so you have this double, and you're like, okay, so we have the 4 aces here, just like that. And you're going to square up. So now that their card is in the second position, but you need it in the middle. So you're going to say, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip over the cards one time. So you're going to use your middle finger and ring finger to strip out the bottom card, rotate it off your thumb just like that, and say, so we're going to get them to flip over. So you're just going to flip that card over just to kind of as an example of what you're going to do. Then you're going to flip it back over. So now what you've done is it looks like you were just trying to show them an example, when in reality you have their card here in the middle of the 4 aces right where you want it. So you're going to say, look, what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and say, look, so we're going to spread out, pull off the cards just like this, and it looks like one of the aces flipped over. In reality, this is a double. You're holding 2 aces here just like that, okay? So you're going to look at this card here. So you know this is the ace of diamonds, okay? So you're going to say, okay, so you're going to remember ace of diamonds. You're going to show, look, the ace of, you're going to look for which card's gone, and it's the ace of clubs. You say the ace of clubs is flipped over. You're going to square everything up. And now you're going to say, okay, because you saw the ace of diamonds on there, so you're going to say, okay, so now we're going to try and get the ace of diamonds to do it, okay? And then you're going to spread out, and again, you're holding, this is a double, okay? So you're just holding 2 cards just like that, saying, okay, so now we got the ace of diamonds to do it. You see the ace of spades at the bottom here, square up. So now we're going to try and get the ace of spades. Okay, again, last time, ace of hearts, square up, and show now the ace of hearts has disappeared. So that's pretty simple concept. Again, this is just a double, okay? And their card never leaves the middle of the aces, okay? So now that you've done that, what you're going to do is now you're going to show all 4 aces have gone back to normal. And again, you could be using magical gestures to make each individual card flip over or whatever. Okay, now you're going to do something called the Ascanio spread. So you're going to hold it in middle grip just like this. You're going to take your middle, or not your middle, but your index and your thumb and strip out the top and bottom card. Now you're going to take your middle finger and grab that next card just like that. And now in this is a double. Okay, so now you're holding these 2 cards face to face, but it looks like you've only stripped 4 cards and they've all gone back to normal. Now you're going to take the double, so the card in your right hand, take it and then take these other 3 and put it on top. So now you're back at where you started with your 4 aces and then their card underneath it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your card and pull down on that bottom card, their card, and you're going to kind of put it in a gambler's cop position. I've gone over gambler's cop 1,000 times on the channel, probably one of my most used slights besides the top change in the Elms account. So yeah, I've gone over this a lot, so I'm not really going to go into in depth, but you can kind of see what you're supposed to do. Bring it back and bring this back up, and you're hiding this card behind your hand. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to flip these over, okay, without flashing this card. So just kind of practice this in the mirror. Flipping these aces over, and now squaring everything back up. So now you have your 4 aces, and then their card underneath them. So you need to get this card to the top. So you're just going to show, hey, look, I have 4 aces, okay? Simple enough. Look, ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of spades, ace of diamonds. And now their card's on top. So you just showed the 4 aces. Not only has that further proven that you literally have the 4 aces in your hand, but it has also accomplished moving their card to the top of the packet. So now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up on that top card and catch a break, and now you're going to transfer that to a thumb break just like that. And you're going to cop all 4 of these cards behind your hand and bring this one back up. The moment it comes back up, you're going to use your forefingers to cover that, and you're going to bring this down to your side. I'm sitting at a desk, so I just like to bring it below below the desk, and it's that simple, okay? If you were standing up, you would just kind of bring these to your side, just using your thumb to cover that so they can't see. Again, practice this in the mirror if you really need to get the angles down perfect, okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to cop these, you're going to shake just like that and show, hey look, it's turned into one single card, just like that, okay? Okay, so now you have these aces copped, you're going to bring them up, and without flashing, you're going to just try and square this up just like that, okay? And that will take a little bit of practice. Try and use your forefingers to cover it so they don't see these 4 cards being loaded to the bottom. Again, practice this in the mirror to get your angles right. So now your double backer is still somewhere in the middle, as you can see, and then the 4 aces are here at the bottom. What you're going to do is you're going to do a turnover pass. If you don't know what that is, I've taught it on this channel. I will leave a link in the description if you need to know how to do it. But basically, all you're doing is cutting the deck while supposedly turning over the cards, just like that. That was slow, so it didn't look very good. But when you do it full speed, it'll look pretty good. So now what you have accomplished is, we can actually do this one more time just to show you what the turnover pass would look like. So where were we? We had the 4 aces on the bottom just like this, okay? And now you're just going to do a turnover pass just like that. So now you've put the cards in the middle of the deck, and now whenever I spread out, because of that double backer, it may look, whenever I spread out here, we see the double backer is like right here, okay? Right here, and then the aces are here. And it looks weird when you spread it face up, but when you spread it face down, the only cards you see are the 4 aces. And it looks pretty impossible because originally this was there. You saw the 4 aces in their hand. Now you're pretty much left clean for the most part. All you really have is that double backer in the deck, but that's pretty simple to get rid of. All you really have to do is spread to it, wherever it may be. Cut the deck right there, moving it to the top, and you can just cop it into your pocket or something using some misdirection, and boom, you've done the trick. So that was the trick, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was a little rushed. I'm starting to run out of memory here on my camera, but big things are coming soon, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm trying to bring a little bit of change to this YouTube channel coming here soon, probably going into 2021. There will definitely be some changes brought to this channel, so I just wanted to tell you guys that. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers for 2021, guys, so please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will go ahead and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.